priorities. It is or how do I mess up that early? It is important for you to know and understand your priorities. And not just to know and understand your priorities, but to also prioritize your priorities. Because if you don't prioritize your priorities, then you're going to eventually just keep going through a cycle in life where you feel like you're not making any progress. And the biggest thing that we're trying to do in this self growth journey is make progress. So it is important for you to prioritize yourself and prioritize your priorities. Now, I feel like I start my sentences with saying in life a lot. So I'm going to try to not do that. We tend to have a lot of things that we want to get done on our list. If we look at our life and look at all the things that we want to get done, it's probably going to be a ginormous list. If it was a little printout receipt, it's probably going to go down to your feet and then keep rolling for at least a couple of miles. Everybody wants to do a lot of things. But the thing is that you can't do everything. That's just the truth. You know, you can do everything you put your mind to, but at the end of the day, you got to focus on a couple of things. And one thing that I realized as I get older is that the more I put my eggs in different baskets, the less eggs I have in each individual basket. Now, I may have some eggs in each basket, but those baskets are going to be pretty light, you know? So it's important for you to focus on 2 to 4 baskets so you can get those baskets pretty heavy. And once they're full, then you can move on to the next couple of baskets because you already took care of the baskets you prioritize. So it's the same thing with life. When you go and you're living life and you have things that you want to accomplish, you got to prioritize those things. You know, you got to fill up that basket and that goal. I got to sneeze. Oh, man. Ooh. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I got like the sniffles or something, so please excuse me. But again, you have to fill up the baskets that you prioritize. See, out of that long list of things, you got to find what is your priority, what the most important thing. Um, Let me rephrase that. What you consider the most important thing to take care of first. So, in order for you to find what your priority is, let's say you have a cool 10 things you want to get good at. So, you want to finish finish college or you want to get your certificate or whatever. Let's say it's some type of self-study course. So you want to do that. You want to play the guitar. You want to create content. You want to indulge in your hobby that you left on the ground for a while. You want to lock in on the gym and get your fitness right. You want to start a new hobby. You want to get a promotion at work. You want to get closer to God. You want to, stop doing some of the bad habits and you want to buy new clothes. So I just named 10 things that I'm pretty sure a cool majority of people would want to do. Now, of all those 10 things, you could look at that and be like, all right, bet. So let me do all of these things at once. And I promise you, you are not going to get far with any of those things. You're not going to get far. We only have 24 hours in a day. You can only take things one day at a time. And you only have one of you. You can't do no shadow clone jutsu and have another person working on something else while you're working on something else. Anyways, so in order for you to find out what your priorities are, you have to look at the list of things. So first you have the long list of things, but then you need to compress that to the things that you want done in the next 3 months. And then take that list of things and look at what would I be the happiest about me accomplishing if I really did it in the next month or 3 months or however long it takes. And so let's say, I would really be happy getting closer to God. I would really be happy getting that cert. I'd really be happy with staying consistent on my fitness. So boom, just like that, you have taken 3 priorities and took everything else. It's still there. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. All right? But you kind of just, stay over there for a little second. Stay over there. We're going to focus on these 3 things. Okay? And so as you focus on those 3 things and you put your eggs in those 3 baskets, it's going to be, those baskets are going to get heavier and get more full quicker than if you were to have like 10, 15 baskets and you're putting 1 egg in a basket. Like let's say every week you get 20 eggs. If you have 10 baskets and every week you get 20 eggs, that's only 2 eggs per basket. Each basket going to be light. You know what I'm saying? But let's say you had 4 baskets, right? Each basket going to have 5 eggs each week. You see the big difference? You feel though, let's say it takes 20 eggs for each basket to get full. Boom, 4 weeks, just like that, those 4 baskets are already full. So you can now put that to the side. You're like, I'm done with this. Goodbye. Good riddance. Now you could take 4 more baskets and start filling it back up. So I hope my analogy made sense. And just make sure that you prioritize what you need to get done and make sure you're aware of what you should prioritize. Okay? Just because you want to do it doesn't mean you should prioritize it. So you really need to ask yourself, are you wasting your time? Just ask yourself again, are you going to be happy with you accomplishing this goal in the next 3 months, right? Let's say you're playing a video game and you really want to beat this boss fight. And so you're spending all your time on this video game. And there comes a point where you just got to ask yourself, okay, in a month from now, am I really going to still be patting myself on the back about me beating a pixelated boss in a video game that means absolutely nothing? Like, I'm a gamer myself. I mean, I don't play games as much anymore, so I guess I'm an ex-gamer, but I'm a gamer myself. I understand. I know how it is. But at the same time, you got to keep it real with yourself. It's a waste of time. It is a waste of time. Like, it's cool if you're relaxing or whatever, but to just play it being like, oh, I want to beat this story mode and I want to beat that story mode and blah, blah, blah. It's all a waste of time. I promise in 20 years, none of that shit's going to matter. Just keeping it a buck. All the hours I spent on CSGO, I spent like 1,700 hours on CSGO. None of it matters. I don't even play CSGO anymore. None of it matters. All the hours I spent on Fortnite, I don't even play Fortnite anymore. None of it matters. It all doesn't matter. All those skins that I bought, all those things that I earned, all those games that I won and I felt so accomplished over, none of it matters. None of it matters. I'm not walking around being like, yeah, I got 20 solo dubs in Fortnite. No, nobody cares. It's a video game. Move on. So I don't mean to sound harsh, but that's just the reality of it. So make sure that you're prioritizing what is important. Not what you want, but what is important for your life. What is something that you're going to look back on. And even when you're 60 years old, you're going to look back on and be like, I really did that. And you're going to feel good about yourself. I promise you, you're definitely not going to look back and think about that video game you played when you were 20 and be like, I really did that. Or you're not going to look back and think about all the women you bagged or whatever and be like, I really did that. I mean, maybe you would. Who knows? But it's not really that productive, you know. And it's unlikely you're gonna do that, especially if you have a wife, because your wife is gonna be feeling some type of way if you over here thinking, "Damn, I really did that back in the day." So you know, it's just things like that. Don't waste your time out here. Prioritize yourself and prioritize your priorities. It's day 36 out of 365. I appreciate you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.